Yeah, can you guys hear me? I don't know about these reporters. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Just messing with you guys. This whole mute, unmute thing. What's going on, guys? You guys hear me?
Yep. Greg Bell, do you have a question for Russell?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Greg?
Russ, hey Russ, how are you?
Great,
Happy
man.
birthday, belated by day.
Thank you.
What tonight having Carson and Hyde back, did it feel more like a Seahawks offense? Did it feel more like the personality of the team was back to normal?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that definition is. I think hopefully we were able to score a lot of points and do a lot of things, running it and throwing it. Obviously, I think we were able to throw for so many yards and touchdowns and things early on and everything else throughout the whole season, and we've been so great passing the ball when we've thrown it. I think we've been really great when we've had those guys running the ball too, which has been huge for us. So to have those guys back was amazing. I think that's a collective effort of the offensive line doing a great job. We really had a couple more big plays in the running game. We got a couple holding calls, I think. We had the touchdown with Carlos, which was a sweet run. I mean, that was an awesome run by him. Chris, getting him back in there, just getting him early touches early in the game was really cool in the passing and the running game. It felt like a championship football team. I think that's what we want, and I think we want to be clutch in the passing game. We want to be clutch in the running game. We want to be physical. They have a really good defense. I mean, I think they've always been great. All the players that they have and all the different things they do. And I thought we really responded. I think in the passing game too. I'm not sure what DK went for, but what did he go for, Lane?
177.
Yeah, 10 for 177. What's crazy is the go ball. If that would have been caught, which he said he kind of stumbled or whatever it may be, and the ball was maybe 2 inches too long, or I don't know, but I mean that ball was probably 80-yard touchdown right there, which would have been sweet. And then also the quick fly, which he normally would catch that one, but I mean just think about what he really would have done. He probably would have had 250, 260, 270, maybe almost 300 yards just off of those two plays. And I think Tyler's been special for us. Other guys, make some key plays in the passing game. I thought it was a great game. It was back and forth, and the only thing that we didn't have tonight is just a couple of those red zone. They stopped us in the red. They made some good plays in the red zone. We thought we had some really cool plays and stuff for them, and they just made a couple key tackles and a couple situations there. And like I said earlier, we had that holding that got called back for that touchdown. So the game could have looked a little bit different just off of those few plays. I mean, I take those three game-altering plays right there, and it could have been broken open pretty good. But we played a really good defense.
Curtis?
Yeah, Russ, Pete said he wanted to kick his own butt for those early sequences and the fourth downs and stuff that didn't go your guys' way. What kind of did you see in those circumstances, and what didn't go right down there near the end zone?
We had that one where Demo got the ball in the sweep or whatever it was. I mean, if we got in that block, you guy just got to, made a good play. I mean, sometimes they got great players too. They're going to make some good plays. We get a touchdown there that it breaks the game open pretty early. I like the mentality. Our defense, I think the thing about Coach was he's really believing in our defense and how great they've been playing over the past couple of games in particular, and how great they were playing early in the game and how we felt about it. So it's really a testament to the defense and also who we are as an offense and what we believe in as a team. And so we were able to move the ball extremely, extremely well up and down the field throughout the process of the game and early on in the game in particular too as well. And so when we get down there, we want to score touchdowns. That's how you win games, touchdowns, and execution. And so I think that they just made two good plays on those fourth downs.
John Boyle?
Yeah, Russ, you've been teammates with Bobby from the beginning of your guys' NFL careers. He's over 100 tackles again this year, 9 straight years doing that. Just what does that tell you about him and the consistency of his game that he's done that every year of his career?
Well, I was in the locker room next to him. He has a locker next to me, and then I was talking to him. I was just saying, I said, "You're over 100, aren't you?" And he kind of looked, he's so humble, and he's like, yeah. And I was like, man, it's amazing just how far he's come and just all the things that he's done. He's been such a great leader since day one. To have him as a teammate, he's a Hall of Fame football player. He's a Hall of Fame friend. He's as good as it gets, and his character demonstrates everything, what he does in the community, what he does for this team, how he leads. I know how he loves his daughter and just who he is as a person. He's a special guy, and I think he's a great dad. He's just a great person. And if there's any kid out there who's watching somebody and wants to be like somebody, I think it's a guy like Bobby Wagner. You know, he's got a good heart, good person. He works for everything. He works hard for everything. Treats people the right way in all circumstances. His faith is big, and I'm just glad that I get to call him friend and teammate. And so when we get to wear those captain patches and walk out into the field, and just go throughout practice and the season and the off season and everything else, we're grateful. Me and him are both very, very grateful for all the hard work and the years and the things that we've done so far, and we feel like we're just getting started. And so every time I look at him, I look at somebody who, I really believe that God's super pleased that our teammates are blessed to have and be around. And I know for me, wearing the other C on the other side of it, I'm grateful just to do it with them. And so it's been a lot of great years. And one thing that we've always said is don't get bored with consistency. Don't get bored with consistency. And I think having that mindset, having that neutral mindset, and just believing in that has been great along the way. And so I got a guy that I can always look up to and always call on, and that's him.
Michael Sean?
Hey Russ, did you get anything cool for your birthday this year?
Oh man, I got some cool things. I don't really ask for anything, nor do I want anything. I just want love and family, and I'm a simple guy, Mike. I like pictures. I like these moments of time. I'm just really big into that. So, C surprised me. It's COVID, so you can't really go anywhere. So she surprised me in the backyard with a little dinner, which was amazing. And I'm when I come home from work, I like to decompress once I finally get home, which is sometimes super late. And so we had dinner. We had Canlis come to the house, which is one of the best restaurants in Seattle. So the lead chef from Canlis came over to the house. He made dinner for us. I was completely shocked. Had it in the backyard. Just had some really cool quality time with her, and just seeing the kids, before that, and everything else. So that was the best part of my birthday for sure. We had it a little bit earlier, and then I just think that obviously getting the win. I mean, I feel like I like taking my birthday obviously my birthday's the 29th and the 30th. It's the end of the month, so I take those 2 days and I pretend like those are both my days. So when we get a win on one of those days, it's always good. So I'm grateful just for this team, and so I guess we got a win, and I think that's all I need, and just my family.
Have you come around on birthday cake, or are you still not a big birthday cake guy?
I'm not a huge birthday cake guy. I don't know. I'm not a massive cake person. The only cake that I absolutely love is which we had at our wedding, me and C, is red velvet cheesecake, and so that's probably like my favorite cake. But yeah, I guess I'm more, if anything, I'm probably more of a chocolate chip cookie guy. Warm chocolate chip cookies is probably my favorite thing.
Thanks.
Yep.
Art?
I got to ask a boring football question now. 3rd and 13, early in the game, you go deep to DK. He almost scores. Was that at your insistence? This was the time you were going to pop to DK?
Well, Art, I figured you were going to ask a football question, Art. I know you. You always ask a good football question. Just messing with you.
Well, I've had Canlis over to the house so many times. That was impressive.
No, but listen, I think that was a great play by DK. They end up pressuring. I think it was cover 0 on that play. They end up pressuring out of nowhere, and and we had a lot of other options and stuff like that. And DK's always a great option, obviously, and he was racing down the field. Me and him had the same kind of connection on the route and the play, and he ran deep down the field, got by him, and I thought it was a touchdown. I think the ball landed on like the half-inch yard line, right? Something like that. So that would have been just like last year almost, the play that he had on the post route, I think it was. And so, but yeah, he like I said, I think to be able to have all the answers in every circumstance, I think is really key, and especially on those third down situations. And we were able to capitalize on some big moments there, and that was a big one for sure.
And we'll wrap up with Ben.
Russ, you've obviously been around DK a lot. You kind of have a really good idea of his mentality. Just from what you know about him, is it just a bad idea for opposing defenses to maybe try and get in his head, like DK was telling us that the Eagles DC came to him pregame and said, "Oh, you're not Megatron," and then obviously early in the game, his kind of going at it with Slay a little bit, and then the push in the back. And then obviously he has such, has a great game. Just from what you know about him, is it just kind of, should defenses just kind of be wary of trying to get in his head, just knowing what he can do?
Well, you got to try to do something. You got to try to do something, and they can't get in his head. It's hard. He's hard to cover. He's in my opinion, he's unmatchable. He just can do everything. I think the best thing about him is he loves his teammates. He loves the work ethic. He loves the process. He loves the journey. He's only 22. He's growing. He's getting better and better. And so he just got to stay the course. I think that a lot of times, anytime greatness is in store, the reality is that, and people see it, and they see greatness, no matter who it is, an opponent or team, opponent in particular, fans, whatever it may be. It's one of those things that everybody has always an opinion, and the reality is that, statues weren't built on people's opinions. It's built on success and what you actually do. And I think ultimately, the reality is that he's doing it. He's doing it, and people recognize it. And so I guess that's part of greatness. People try to pull you down. People will bring you up. And, the best thing he can do is when he's on top of the mountain, know how he got there. And when he's in the valley, know how he's going to get back up on the top. And I think that's just the key. And I think that just stay in the course, keep being a person that's super humble, believes in God, and just a guy who works extremely hard, guy who loves his teammates, guy who does the right thing. And so I'm glad we get to be teammates. I'm glad we get to do this thing together, and so many other great guys in the locker room. And so I think people just recognize, where he's going and where he's headed. And so you just got to stay the course and keep going, one play at a time, one moment at a time. And like I said earlier, he could have had a whole bunch of yards tonight. He almost had about 270, maybe even 300. And so I know those opinions change easily, quickly, this and that. He still had 177. That's pretty good.
Thank you, Russell.
Thank you, guys. Go Hawks. See you at home.